That's like a serious, honest question. My dad's a 28 handicap. Not very good. I gave him a lesson once and he went out and shot 85. We played another week later and I go, Dad, you're not doing anything I say the next week. I go, what are you doing? He goes, that wasn't very comfortable. I want to do what I did. I go, okay, fair enough. But he also doesn't care, and that's okay. He likes to fish. Golf's a social thing for him. And if that's the decision, that's all right. But at the same time, just realize that the swing that you have, technically, it has a level of return that's going to give it. So what I mean by that, and I say this with love and grace, you're not going out with what you have and shooting 42. You might go shoot 42, but then it's kind of fall up on the back nine with a 50, right? You might be able to stumble upon greatness once a year. But you're trying to raise the level of efficiency of your golf swing, just like you're raising the level of efficiency in your Chick-fil-A store, so that you can do more sales because the machine runs better. If it doesn't run as good, you're only pumping out so many customers. You need these customers, you need your employees to be more efficient so that you can pump out more volume. It's the same way in golf, which is why you're here. Because you say, I want this bar, I need to raise this bar. But to raise the bar is hard. Nothing in life is easy. But at least now you have a roadmap of what you need to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So when we go about building your swing, there is a systematic way in which we do it, okay? Rather than just like pulling things, like I don't work on the roof of my house before I have a foundation built. So in a swing, being new to golf, we need to lay some foundations, right? And the first thing that we need to talk about is alignment and some posture stuff, right? Because your stance is a little too wide, and if you come back here, we're aiming at the pole, but come back here, Joe, and tell me, where are these green poles aimed at? Like way to the right, right? Yep. So if you hit a straight shot to where your body's aligned, you're gonna hit it 75 yards right. And you're gonna be pissed, rightfully so. If you hit one at the target, you're gonna be happy, but really you just like made a compensation. So just like a quarterback, like if I'm a quarterback and the wide receiver's out here, like my body is set to go this way, and I mean, I could hit a wide receiver going like this and throwing across my body, but that's just not very efficient. We want to be set up to a target to like, you know, like they always say like with quarterbacks, like, hey, make sure your shoulders are square, right? Mm-hmm. Don't like throw across your body. It's the same thing with golf. We need to have our body set so that we can deliver the club down our intended line rather than swinging it like across our body. That's never gonna work out real well. So if you take your right arm, aim your right arm at that red pole for me. Okay, that's where your club face is aimed. So your club face determines 75% of where the ball goes, right? Now keep your right arm up for me and take your left arm and aim your left arm parallel to your right. Where's your left arm aimed? Your left arm aimed like 40 feet, 50 feet left, kind of like towards the base of that hill, right? So that's how we want to orientate our body and setup, is that if I was going to walk in, I'm going to aim I'm not going to take, most people walk in and they go like this and they set their feet and then they bring their club face down. I want you to walk in and aim your club face at the flag. So see how I haven't taken my feet yet. Then I'm gonna look at the base of the hill, kind of where my shaft is aimed, right? And then I'm gonna aim my feet at that hill. So then that sets up what's called principle of parallax, right? So that kind of sets up my body, whereas you're like this, and then we're gonna see in your swing that your hands go out and then you pull it across, but that's because you're aimed so far right, you have to go out and in to like get the ball, and you still hit it left. So now what happens is we make your alignment square, but now you're gonna hit it more left, right? Because then we have to fix your swing to match your body, right? Because if I can make the ball go straight by like going like this and going like way up and over, and I go, good shot. But that's not efficient, right? Just like I could throw it across my body and maybe throw a touchdown, but we're not teaching Aaron Rodgers to do that every play. It's like he's just getting out of jail. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So let's try to work on your alignment first and get your body set up so that you're seeing the target correctly. It's super, super important. All right? Okay, and we're gonna put both hands on the club, but see how you took your feet? Mm-hmm. See that? So just stagger your feet other way. So go right foot in front, left foot back. Okay, so put your left foot and go like this. Now aim that club face at the candy cane pole. See that? Now, see that little bush on the hill?
Yep.
Aim your feet at that bush on the hill. Good, now take your right, kind of situate your right foot. Good. So Now that is closer, so that feels like well left, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, now come back here. And you can see that the green pole now is aimed at the flag, and the left one is aimed parallel to that, which is like, let's say 40, 50 feet left. So now you're set up to hit down your intended target. But now what's going to happen is you're going to hit this ball, and you're going to hit that crane over there on hole 1, and you're going to go, well, that sucks. So then everything in golf usually comes in pairs of 2s because everything has a matchup, right? Like, there's things that happen in the swing and there's so much going on, but there's ways that you can match these things up. So like, you aim right and swing your arms way up and then across your body, which kind of matches up. Now we're going to be square, so now I got to teach you how to swing your arms more around your body, and then that can get the ball to kind of start one way, curve back towards the flag, and never over curve the line. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a shot that kind of carves a channel out of the sky, if you will. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So that's the point, is now I'm going to make you do it. So we're going to, rather than me say, okay, you're 2 up, get more around, and you kind of look, and inside your brain you go, okay. I'm going to say, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to set these feedback tools in the ground. Can I borrow your clip for a sec? See that? So now when we put these in the ground, we've created a little bit of a roadmap, if you will, to feel what's real, right? So now if you go up and out, you're going to run into these, right? So now you got to go back, then there's your depth, so I'm under the noodle, and then hit the bag and get it to go to the right. Whereas you would go up, tomahawk these things, and it's going to go way left. But when you do this, you're going to go, this feels nuts. And I'm in here and I go, this feels normal. So it's very subjective as to what feels weird. Why you're here and why why the golf room instructors are booked out so far, and like why everything is that we're making big changes, because this is going to take you from shooting 110 to shooting 85, right? And like there's that nothing in life comes easy. It's hard, but you're going to get better every single day over the course of time. And then we're going to chuckle next year when I go, so what are you shooting now? And you go, like 41 to 44. And I go, that's pretty good. Remember when you used to shoot 48 to 55? And you go, yeah. And I go, and next year, the year after that, we'll go, what are you shooting? You go, 37 to 39. Remember when you used to shoot 42 to 46? But it's just, that's the way, it's just progressive growth. You know what I mean? So turn your hip that way. Hold it right here.
Wow.
That. Okay. Again. And that's probably where we're going to camp out today. The lessons here are much different. You've never had a lesson, so you're not really sure, like, hey, is this a normal way normal lessons go? No. The point of the matter is like, we need you to be able to do this before I could put a golf ball down to do it. If I did it, that just wouldn't be very nice. Kind of go back towards the wall, out to the right. And if you could do that, then we go, okay, good, let's get a ball, let's introduce a ball. So if you called me and you go, hey Kyle, it's 5 on Wednesday, I'm getting off work, I can either set up my noodles with an impact bag at home, drink a beer and hit bags, or go whack balls at the range at Pinnacle or something. I go home. Right? Because this gives you the feedback, so you know if you're doing it right. So essentially, you can become your own coach. I can coach myself out of a job, and you don't need to drive up here anymore. Okay? And that's the goal. Take it up to the top and stop. Good. Okay, now just give it a little hit on the bag, just nice and soft. There you go, good job. Okay, so up to the top and hinge and stop. Okay. Now bag out to the right. That bag went left, did you see that? Mm-hmm. And you were to get in your posture and you had like a shaft over your right noodle like this, and you were to turn, get your hands back to the wall, then hit the bag and get the bag to swivel out to the right. So you turn, hands to the wall, butt against the couch, out to the right. Turn this way, right? And that would be great feedback practice so that you know if you're doing it right or not. So if you want more free tips and free content, visit us on all of our social media content on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and be sure to go check out thegolfroomeverywhere.com.